Welcome everyone to the second video on the MK2 Golf. In the last video we pulled this thing out of its final resting place where it had been sitting for 18 years, and if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. In this one we promised you some polishing, some cleaning, some wheels and tires. That's what we're gonna get around to, but there's also another little hiccup. In this video, we find out a reason why this car might have been parked in the first place. Kind of a big deal. That's what you're gonna see. There's a couple of little clues in the background on what we're gonna do to this thing. But come along and have a look at this, because it's gonna be satisfying. What we did find out, which isn't the smallest of jobs, we're gonna have to swap the gearbox out. We don't have a fourth gear. Even after doing all the replacing of the shift linkage and adjusting on it, no fourth gear. Luckily, we bought this used engine off the guy that gave us the car. You saw that in the other clip as well, and if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a good one. It had a gearbox on there. This is it. Didn't look amazing when Sebbe replaced the oil, but it seems like it's got all the gears. So that's the plan for today. Swap the old one out for this other old one. So what's the plan for replacing this gearbox? Basically, remove anything that's attached to the rest of the car, which means drive shafts, gear shift linkage, clutch cable, some other little bits. But then it's a nice and tiny one. So we opted just to do it here in the garage and drop it down on our chests like real men. And then what we're doing is we're actually gonna drain the oil from this gearbox because Sebbe has replaced it, so it's brand new. The only thing wrong with this thing is we don't have fourth gear.
Du spänner ju då.
Nej. Wow.
Fan.
Jävlar. Vad fort det där gick. Vänta lite mer. Wow! Wow! Precision.
Konta. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh. Both of the drive shafts are loose. All of the bolts holding the engine to the gearbox are loose. The gearbox mount has no bolt in it, and the starter is out. We're just thinking, how unsafely do we want to do this? We're removing the last two bolts holding the gearbox. Okay. Där.
Okej.
Inte domkraften, vinkel! Jävlar vilken äcklig spindel. Fy fan vad de ser äckliga ut. Trampa på den.
Först då?
Där.
Åh!
På någonting.
Vänta. Oh.
Europas minsta, finaste. Ja.
Sådär.
Ja.
Se vad som händer. Vad händer?
Nu är den fastkilad. Nu måste hela skiten uppåt. Ja.
Och så släpper vi ner det också. Ja.
Okej.
Du kan släppa.
Ja.
Allt det här är... Vad sätter det blev. Var det så högt?
Okej.
Bra.
Kaffe.
Huvud. Hur stänger man av?
All right. Old one is out. The other old one is also out. Honestly, we don't know anything about this clutch. The only thing we know is the one that's already in the car works. We don't have a new one. Maybe we should have one ready, but we don't. Ja. Nu får vi hjälpa till här.
Okej. Med där.
Nu är det ganska jävla nära. Men nej, det här jävla spårröret.
Där.
Ja. 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 Ja, det var
Där.
bra.
Där ja. Va?
Ja.
Ja.
Den här får vi ju helt enkelt. Alltså lirka dit nu.
Sådär.
Wheels and tires are almost becoming an heirloom. They were yellow on my yellow Polo, the Mark 1 Polo. I painted them red for my Mark 2 Polo, and now we're painting them beige to fit the Golf. Overlap them. Crucial. You don't want that overspray. Tunt lager i början. Look at these things. Painted to match the color of the car. This is gonna be good. If you thought the Steelies on their own were good, have a look at these. Original to a lot of Volkswagens of this era. Mark III hubcaps. I've glued them to the inside of this old chrome hubcap. That means you can just stick them on the wheel bolts of any of these types of cars. Pro tip. First time out in the sun with the new wheels, and this is Sebbe's car and he hasn't seen it yet. Westman. Westman beställer Galliano. Welcome to my family's summer house and the spot where I've been keeping this 6N Polo. Today we're doing something regarding the Mark II Golf. And it's a bit of a gamble. We're very optimistic. But I've noticed something after some extensive research comparing coilovers from a 6N Polo to coilovers from a Mark II Golf. These things might fit the Mark II Golf. And I'm just gonna try and grab these things and we'll see if we can save them first of all, because they are rusty. But to see if we can get them to fit that Mark II Golf. In its heyday, this thing was probably pretty cool. Open air, canvas roof, GTI model. The whole thing is really rusty, and the same goes for the coilovers. But I'm gonna do what I can to revive these. This rear one came out really easy. Ooh, shiny metal. Honestly, that's surprising. Rear one done. Yep. Might not be as bad as it looks. Could have been worse. But the top one came out super easy, which means the whole rear end dropped. And that's the added bonus of taking these out. We're gonna get to see this piece of crap 6N Polo absolutely slammed to the ground with no suspension. If anyone considers that a bonus. Probably not. Okay, that's the other side out. There's some blue paint left on this side. Working on these front ones. They've been soaking for a few days. Look at that. As for these top ones, I just don't have the right tools. That's one way to do it. Too easy. Now, obviously, this is the moment everyone's really been waiting for. I mean, the Golf is okay, but seeing this thing dropped, I'm sweating out with these mosquitoes. We did grab all of the coilovers. Now, back to the Golf. Psych! You're still here with me, which means I still have these very crusty old coilovers. Today, I'm gonna see if I can't bring these back to life using some very simple tools. What do you guys think? Come along. This is what they look like before we start working on them. I'm only gonna try and free them up so we can mount them on the car. So the process with these mainly involved a lot of wire brushing to get the worst out of those threads, spraying them down with some lubricant, clamping them, and then just trying to free up those locking plates at the bottom or the spring seats at the top, and then just working them back and forth, trying to clean up those threads, and that dirt and grime will get jammed up in there, so be patient. You can see them kind of moving and then getting jammed up again, spraying them down, and if all else fails, just don't do this. I removed the top bolt, but I promise I only had to do that for 1 out of the 4 coilovers. Then the rest of the threads are exposed. Clean them up, brush them, spray them down, and then just work those rings up and down, clean out the threads, and with any luck they come back to life. They're not pretty, but they work. Alright, you guys just saw me go through these coilovers from a Polo, refurbish them, whatever, to get them to fit the Golf. And if anyone's wondering, up front they will fit, so this thing is on coilovers up front. The rear, they will fit, but they're way too short, so we're not using those. We got in a rush to try and pass inspection, so we didn't film mounting them. Today we're gonna cut the rear springs so that we can get you some sweet rollers and finish this project, finish this thing up, and it's looking awesome. Real quickly, this is where you've got the spring seat. This is where it sits. If you're cutting springs, you're gonna want to cut straight down from there. One coil or perhaps two coils, we'll see what we decide on. And then we're gonna want to create a little flat surface where this angled coil sits flat up top. What are we gonna do now? Alright, though, that's the rear springs mounted. We're gonna take it around the block for it to settle in the back. It's looking pretty low. It's looking good, but really low. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna match the coilovers up front so that it sits perfectly. And then it's time for rollers.
Nu är den 10, just det. Då ska vi ner. Åh jävlar, ska vi tänka den så mycket?
3 centimeter.
3 centimeter lång.
Trouble so hard, ooh Lord, my trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my trouble but God. Don't nobody know my trouble but God. Ooh Lord, my trouble so hard, ooh Lord, my trouble so hard. Don't nobody know